Welcome back to TFE, a weekly news podcast in which we give our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on latest gaming, film, tech, streaming news, and other random crap we feel like. I am your host, Dan, and I'm joined with you, as always, by my co-host, Danny.
Yes, and out of respect for the Queen, we've decided to upload this episode later. That's why, not because we were both busy.
I mean, I don't know what you mean by we were both.
Yes. Also, no TBO this week, unfortunately, or last week.
Yes.
So
Don't blame me.
It'll be a TBO, and it's probably we'll record it at some point. But yeah, in this week's episode, we're talking about the spunked Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Movies are delayed. GTA 6 got leaked, and Britain shuts down everything.
Yeah, it's true. It's been a lot of happening. But we're going to start off in rapid reviews, where we're going to talk about She-Hulk. Again, the latest episode is episode 5, I believe.
Yes, this one feels like filler.
Yeah, this was my least enjoyable one out of all of them.
But it had a Daredevil tease.
It did.
Really shittily.
Yeah.
It's in a box, his helmet. Wow.
I don't know much to say about this episode, if I'm honest. It was just sort of a thing. Wasn't particularly interesting.
Oh, legal troubles. I actually forgot what the fuck happened.
Yeah. It was about the copyright of She-Hulk.
Yeah. Which I found fun. Like all the products that were just clear snake oil salesmen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't tell you anything else that happened except for like, knock off Marvel shit, knock off like Avengers products.
And apparently,
I still like that. I still like that duo of the lawyer and the friend, like the male one and the friend. That duo's good.
Those two.
Yeah, I like that duo.
Yeah, that guy was in Arrow.
Cool.
He was a villain in Arrow. He was very good. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool. Wish there was more that happened in it. But we'll give our full thoughts and everything of every episode when we do the TBO.
Yes, we will.
Which is either 10 episodes. I don't know if it's 10 or 9 episodes. I can't get a clear number.
I thought it was 7.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out when it's out then, I guess.
Yeah, I really did think it was 7 episodes, but it doesn't matter. We'll move on. Let's go into Stream That Movie News into my head, and we're going to talk about trailers with the Babylon official trailer.
Yeah, it's Hollywood filled with all the debauchery and nonsense you'd expect from Hollywood. But it's got Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and a lot of other fucking famous people. It looks fucking cool. Like an actual visually flaring movie.
Is that Johnny Depp in the photo, or is that just someone who looks like him from his head?
I doubt Johnny Depp's in
Oh yeah, it's not him. Honestly, I thought it was him for a second because I had that sort of the top of his hair, or also of his forehead, and yeah, it's not him.
Yeah, but it looks fun as hell. It's just like crazy Hollywood, early Hollywood bullshit.
Yeah, Margot Robbie seems to be in a lot of things right now.
She's very popular. So is Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I don't know how. I feel like Margot Robbie's now the most popular actress.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. She's good though. That's the thing. If she wasn't good, I'd be like, but she's very good. She also gets put in a lot of roles where she's very appealing to look at, which I think also helps.
And I think in this film, she looks crazy once again.
Yeah, she kind of gives Harley Quinn vibes. But
well, yeah, I suppose because she plays Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, but it's that sort of like that level of energy. But yeah, it looks fun. I'm interested.
When's it come out?
This year, I think closer to December.
Yes, it says December 25th.
Oh, so yeah, I think that's in America though, so I think it's next year for everywhere else. Like that's
yeah, probably. I can see that.
So like Jan something this year, which is good. I like it.
Let's move on to some casting news, where Orlando Bloom has joined David Harbour in the Gran Turismo video game movie.
Do you want to know why I put this news in? Because I didn't even realize they were making a Gran Turismo movie.
No, neither did I.
I thought like it was just God of War Horizon. I didn't realize that we were getting like another race car video game movie like Need for Speed with like Aaron Paul in it.
I'm really surprised they haven't announced a Destiny movie.
They haven't fully finalized it yet, have they?
Well, the deal. I thought they went through, didn't it?
No, that was the announcement. I think it was just... Oh, yeah, no, it has, I think. Yeah, it has. Yeah, I think it has fully gone through.
I think the only one we're waiting
and
on now
Activision still hasn't.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the only one waiting on.
Yeah. God, I hope that doesn't go through, but we'll get to it.
We will. Because, Sony still has the exclusivity for it.
At the moment, yeah. But we'll get to it. Because We're making a TBO, by the way, about the Activision Microsoft thing, because I have a lot of things to say about it.
Okay, cool. I'll just be the conversation goer. I will just ask you many questions as I can think of.
Yes. But yeah, Alon Bloom's cool. David Harbour's all right. I like him and stuff.
Yeah,
Don't know what the fuck a Gran Turismo's plot's going to be.
Cars.
Because if it's like Le Mans 66, the Christian Bale movie with Matt Damon, where it's like the retelling of like Ford versus Ferrari, that I could see being good. Like an up and coming like street racer going against like big corporations sort of thing.
Yeah, I never know how much you can do with the racing films.
Have you watched Ford versus Ferrari?
No, I've not seen that.
Watch Ford versus Ferrari. It's really good.
No, but my point is,
It's on Disney.
I don't understand how much variation you can have with racing films.
Depends on whether or not there's a crash in it. Depends on whether or not they win.
To be fair, I can say the same about superhero films, but I think...
Yeah, but it's just how you tell it, the visual flair of the movie. Because I watched Rush, which has like Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl, not David. And I didn't like the visuals. I liked the story, but I liked both the visuals and the story of Ford versus Ferrari. So, because I didn't like the driving aspect of the driving movie with Rush, which was just a disappointment because it was just you had no sense of like the race. It was all just close-ups and like visuals on the car and stuff and like tracks and stuff, like showing the speed but not showing the actual like how far apart or how close it was that they were racing and all of that. Whereas Ford versus Ferrari, you could actually get a sense of the distances and the actual scale of the race. You could actually see where the cars were in conjunction with each other.
Fair enough.
So it just depends on how you show it, really. But yeah, another thing to add to the Sony video game library of movie, TV show things they're doing.
Yes, and thank you for that. So thank you for that segue. When we move on to more Sony news, talking about Sony delaying the Spider-Man universe films of Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web.
No, Dan, the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Spunk.
I'm not calling it that.
It's Spunk. That is Sony's official name for it.
I don't get. I'm not calling it that.
But yeah, so we've lost Kraven the Hunter. Well, we haven't lost Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web, but they've been delayed back a bit, which I reckon is response to Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius is terrible. To be honest, I don't think Venom should be good.
No, but Venom is good.
Yeah, it's one of those things that...
It rides on Tom Hardy's coattails.
Yeah,
very heavily.
Yeah, Tom.
If you took Tom Hardy out of it, it would be bad. You have Tom Hardy in it, and it's good.
Tom Hardy is the savior of that film, and Jared Leto is not.
Yeah,
they're kind of polar opposites in a way for charisma.
Wait, it's October. Okay, yeah. So instead of January 13th, it's now arriving. Kraven the Hunter is now arriving on October 6th, 2023. And then Madam Web, which was scheduled for October 6th slot after the previous, is now coming July 12th, 2024, from June 7th.
I mean, this is still two films no one wants.
Oh no, February 16th, 2024 is Madam Web, and an untitled film from Marvel Sony Universe has shifted from June 12th to 2024 to June 17th. July 12th. What?
Am I wrong to say that nobody wants these films?
No, you're not wrong. Yeah, no. A Kraven the Hunter movie could be good, but you need Spider-Man.
Yeah, you've got all these
and a Madam Web movie could be good. You need Spider-Man.
I don't understand how they keep doing this. How do you keep making spin-off films for these characters without the main characters?
And how have you not greenlit a Spider-Gwen movie, a Miles Morales movie?
Yeah, these are way more better films than people want to see.
Ben Parker, or whatever Ben Reilly?
Well, I believe you can't really do a Miles Morales in its own universe. You have to bring it with another Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield's,
you can definitely do it with that.
Or Tobey Maguire's.
However, Spider-Gwen you can do it.
Have Spider-Man 4 come out, Tobey Maguire back in the role, old chiseled Spider-Man, have Miles Morales pop up in that universe after the death of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't understand how they've not done a Miles Morales film, because Miles Morales is such a popular character at the minute.
I rewatched Spider-Verse yesterday, and it is fucking incredible still.
Yeah, it amazes me, but hey-ho.
Yeah, Sony's decision-making for movies is weird.
Almost as messed up as DC. And talking about DC, Constantine 2 is apparently coming out.
Yeah, they've rebooted their universes.
I remember that film being terrible. Am I wrong?
I've never watched it, but I was just like, wait, what? Why are they what? Okay, this is weird. Why are we getting a sequel to this movie?
Yeah, I mean...
Which
I can't believe it. I really can't.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves will reprise his role, and the director will also reprise their directorial debuting on it, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to grab good faith because Keanu Reeves is really fucking popular.
True. I also don't like the fact he's not blonde.
Well, maybe the sequel will make him blonde.
And he's not British.
Maybe they'll give Keanu Reeves actual acting training to learn how to be British.
Yeah. I like the Constantine in Sandman.
Yes, I do like that, yeah.
Although they say Constantine. There's actually a debate.
Yeah, I hate the fucking Constantine thing.
I'm pretty sure this one's also Constantine.
Yeah, I think that's just the American pronunciation, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. They say Constantine in the CW universe.
I don't get Tyne. Tyne seems weird to me. It's like they're trying to say constant time.
Well, to be honest, if you had just the last one on its own, Tine, you would say that's Tyne. Because when you have the E at the end, you make the vowel sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be Tyne. So technically, I can see it being Constantine, but...
It's Constantine.
It's in Constantine.
Tinine.
Sometimes in the English language, you'll see a word and it'll make sense. And other times it won't. And you just say it how you're meant to say it. No logic.
Yeah. And speaking of no logic, Dan.
Yes. Somehow, they're making a film about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
With Johnny Depp and Amber Heard reprising their roles as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Could you imagine? Biggest payout ever. Just hire them both.
Yes, yeah, we're getting a movie based on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's trial.
I don't think it will be Johnny Depp though, right?
No.
Like,
no,
like that. I mean, the character. I don't think the characters will be Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I feel like the characters are going to have other names and just similar. There'll be just similarities between these things.
No, I think it will be them. I think we're going to see like an up-and-coming new actor and actress who are going to be paid a lot of money, well, minimal money, and then, yeah. Or maybe it's a movie set around all of it, and it's their lawyer, or some poor lawyer who has to, like, work on the case. And it's like, how do I fucking deal with the shitting on the bed? How do I make that angle work?
Yeah, I can see that being more likely rather than focusing on the actors or actresses by themselves.
So, this is the thing with, like, America, because I think America has, like, 1 billion streaming services. So I have never heard of this one, but the free streaming service Tubi, Tubi, has fast-tracked the production of Hot Take, The Depp Heard Trial. The film is directed by Sarah Lohman, who previously helmed the made-for-TV movies The Reunion and The Secrets in the Wood. They've actually got people? Wait, what? The movie will also be available to watch this month on the September 30th. While the turnaround seems extremely rapid, Tubi's chief content officer stated that the film was quickly developed to capture a timely take on the story that became part of the cultural zeitgeist. So it's coming out this month.
Yeah, that's mad.
Well, there you go. I didn't even realize it was... Yeah. It's got the actress and actor Mark Hapker as Depp and Megan Davis as Heard. Yeah, so it's actually got Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Like, it's got people playing them.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I was just trying to find out how many streaming services there are.
There's a lot.
I think there's over 40. No, there's like 50. There's 50 streaming services, roughly. Not including the television ones.
No wonder Quibi couldn't make it, eh?
Yeah, no wonder. Including the TV ones, there's way more.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy how many streaming services America has.
I think we have a few of them as well that we just don't even think about.
Well, we've got BritBox.
Yeah, that's
the best streaming service ever.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to BritBox if we did have to pay a TV license.
I don't pay a TV license, and I still don't have BritBox.
Yeah, but
I technically, I've illegally streamed the Queen's funeral from my house.
That's true. That is entirely true because one is on BBC.
I don't have a TV. Yeah, well, I watched it on YouTube, so technically.
Oh yeah. I suppose. Yeah, true.
Technically, YouTube. I streamed it from YouTube, which doesn't count.
No, YouTube still counts. It's live broadcast. That's the law. If you watch a live broadcast in your house, you have to have a TV license.
Well, look, I wasn't watching it. My friend was watching it.
Which also means Twitch. You need a TV license to watch Twitch.
Yeah, but I don't really watch. I can
stop that.
Yeah, technically, but I think Twitch is also a grey area because I don't think they can.
It also comes under another part of the law at the same time, so it's both illegal and non-illegal at the same time.
which is where I like to live, baby, in that grey zone.
Well, eventually we probably won't have a TV license, hopefully within the next few years.
It will be put into our taxes, though. Which
Yes, in other
the
words, it
royal
will be
family.
optional. You'll be forced to pay it.
Yeah.
I think that the government's also going to make the BBC review their funding, because all the political editors get paid more than the government,
Huh.
which is quite ironic because they complain about how much money the government get paid. Or some of them do. I shouldn't say all of them. There's a few of them. They complain about it, but yeah, it's quite funny. Let's move on.
How much they got paid to cover the royal wedding, the royal funeral?
It would have been a lot.
On time and a half because
Bank holiday.
It's a bank holiday.
No, they would have been paid a lot of money to do that.
I would have loved to have done it. I would have loved to comment on the Queen. I should have streamed it.
You did a Twitch stream. Twitch reactions.
I did actually see someone Twitch streaming it.
Really?
Yeah, but I think they were Australian, so I don't know. Or
It's still a
American.
bit weird to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think live streaming the Queen's funeral was weird anyway. It should just be a private, quiet ceremony between the family of pedophiles.
They are
And
doing that as well.
Racists.
So you have the global ceremony, which is broadcast across the world, which lasts hours. I think
We'll
it lasts
cover
about...
this all in the Britain section.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, 7 hours, but then at the end they have another private section. But let's move on. Go into the weird, wacky, wonderful, where there's a chess world rocked by rumors.
Champion.
Oh, is it champion? Okay, I wasn't sure. The
Well-
article just said chess world.
Yeah, the chess world is rocked by rumors of anal beads and artificial intelligence is the headline that Dan can't say.
Yeah, but it confused me because I felt like it should say chess world champion, but it doesn't say that.
Well, no, it's because the chess world is rocked by rumors of anal beads and artificial intelligence because one of the main competitors has been accused of cheating by shoving a butt plug up their ass and getting signals sent for the moves. That is the rumor, and my god, is it great.
Honestly, I'm surprised they've not done something like that on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Maybe. Yeah, we could.
It would have been so simple to hide as well.
Yeah, you just have it like vibrate once for A, vibrate two for B, vibrate, and then you kind of go, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yes.
Maybe that's our plan, Dan.
Who's in the stands and who's on the seat? Bags are not on the seat.
I'll go.
Oh, yeah, you can go on the seat. I'm not into that.
Also, Elon Musk has waded into the debate for some fucking reason.
Yeah, why is he involved in this? I don't want him involved.
Because Elon Musk is a memer and loves to just get involved and not run his companies properly.
So what did he say about it?
That's probably a good one, right? An anal bead would probably beat the thing. The engine, I don't know, really don't know, said the person. Musk reacted to the video with an adept version of from the quote philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer. He tweeted, "Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one can see. Brackets, cause it's in your butt. Close brackets."
Thank you, Elon. Thank you for your great insight.
It would have probably been more clever if he hadn't put the brackets bit to really hammer home the fact that it was in the butt. Because he could have gone, oh, that was actually clever. But no, he had to explain the joke, which ruins the joke. So last week, the world chess champion Magnus Carlsen withdrew from a major tournament with a 350k prize money after his unexpected defeat by underdog Hans Niemann. So, Norway's Carlsen announced his withdrawal in a cryptic tweet with a video implying that Niemann had cheated. The tweet was accompanied by a video of Portuguese soccer manager Jose Mourinho saying, "I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble."
But that was a football quote. He
Yeah, I
didn't say
know.
about this.
Huh?
Jose Mourinho did not say anything about that.
No, he didn't say it about this. He just said that's just a quote that he posted based on other
Oh,
things.
right. I was going to say, I think meant Jose Mourinho said that. I was like, no, I think he did.
No, it was just that he posted the video accompanying what he'd tweeted about.
I love Mourinho.
Yeah.
He's so funny. Mourinho is definitely the funniest manager there is.
I don't get how, though, the anal bead vibrations would direct you to make the correct move. I'm trying to think of it in my head. Like,
Yeah, I don't understand it either because, I don't know, unless they had a computer to do something.
well, yeah, that was the artificial intelligence bit.
Yeah,
but I
so
don't
maybe they had a computer running the chess match and then it was actually a computer playing it, but the thing would just vibrate a number of times. Maybe you could feel two different vibrations.
Oh, yeah. So Neiman has vehemently denied that he cheated against Carlson and even went so far as to say he would play fully naked to prove it. Doesn't prove it because it's up your ass.
Yeah.
So unless we've got a little, like, your bent over, wide-assed view and we can see down the hole, doesn't count. Yeah. So it's basically among the 10 players participating in the Sinquefield Cup, Neiman was the lowest rated and least likely to defeat the world champion, who was on a 2-year unbeaten streak. So that's why people think he was cheating, because he beat the world number 1.
Ah, right.
But yeah, it's just a funny fucking story that I really hope gets revealed that he did actually have anal beads up his ass.
That would be quite funny.
Because imagine that is just, what thought process do you have to go through to go, how do I cheat? But.
Yeah, hidden, completely hidden. Wait until
beats.
Netflix makes a movie about it.
True. We might get the guys who doing the Amber Heard thing to just immediately make a movie.
I would not be surprised. Let's go on to, we've lost a controller of the newser. And we've actually got some GTA 6 news, where there's been 90 plus videos and screenshots that have been allegedly leaked after Rockstar has also taken them down.
Yeah, so basically Rockstar got hacked, and someone was just posting all the videos and screenshots of earlier in-game footage, and because people are idiots and don't know how game development works, are criticizing early onset development for a game that's pretty much only just gone into development. And they're going, this game looks shit. For a game that's probably not going to come out in less than 3 years.
I would be surprised if it comes up for PS5.
But yeah, so people are upset that it looks bad, and it looks like GTA 5.
Because it probably is.
It's probably built on assets from GTA 5. But yeah.
To be fair, they probably actually shouldn't be using GTA 5 assets.
Well, I don't think they are. That's the thing. I think they're just like, people are like comparing assets.
Well, they're maybe placeholders.
Yeah, they're placeholders. They're not actual assets yet.
Yeah.
Because what people forget is, for game development, every new game, like a Call of Duty or something, is completely different engines, completely different assets. They create everything again from scratch. There are cases where they
do use some.
Well, no, but for like because it's only if they're on the same engine that they'll use the same assets.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Whereas, like, with Infinity Ward and Raven and stuff like that, they'd have 2 different engines and they'd build it on a different engine. So they wouldn't be able to just port the assets over because they're completely different systems. You have to build it all up again from scratch. So that's why Call of Duties may look the same, but they're not actually the same assets.
That's true, yeah.
But I imagine for GTA 6, they're building an entire new engine. They're building an entire new ecosystem. Well, really,
I think they should use Epic's Unreal Engine 5, but I don't think they are.
I don't know. They might be. They might announce it. We don't actually know anything about it. All we know is it's unleaked.
But yeah, I was trying to clarify a little bit from what you just said. When they do game development, they tend to do everything all at once. So the assets take probably the longest time to actually do anything more than anything else.
Yeah. And
you can't wait for the assets to be made. So sometimes I use... You're right?
Sorry, I put my hand on my desk and I forgot the bell was there.
I was going to say, what, is it time up? I mess up talking?
Yep. You had your 20 seconds.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, they get made at the same time and then they get replaced later, hopefully with more high definition stuff.
Yeah. And with like Unreal Engine 5, they'll be able to have less assets because the game's engine will do most of the work to like... render stuff.
And talking about replacing, Multiverses has removed the police from Velma's special move.
Yeah, because it was people thought it was racist.
Was it just because it arrested LeBron James?
Yes, because
I don't understand.
Well, Dan, America has a problem with police brutality against black people.
Yes.
And what does Scooby-Doo's Velma calling the police on a black man look like in a video game?
I don't see the problem. Like, the police get called on all the characters.
Yeah, but why is Velma calling the police on a black man?
Yeah, but it's on all of them.
Because, yeah, I know, but it's just, like, the screenshot in the video that went around was of LeBron James, which made people go, that's racist. And look, I know, but also the thing that they changed it to, which is the mystery machine, makes more sense. Why was she calling the cops?
Actually, no, Why is she calling the cops? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's the question. Why was she calling the cops?
I still wouldn't say it was racist though.
No, but it just looks a bit dodgy, which is why they've changed it. Because it's like, well, why didn't they do the mystery machine in the first place? But
that is a good question. I don't know why it wasn't, but yeah, I don't.
Because also people would love to see the mystery machine, not cops, like pick up and just drive off with a black man.
But it's not racist though, because
no, it wasn't.
But it looked discriminatory against the race. But it's not discriminatory.
I know, but this was people going and making fun of it, and then they've gone, oh shit, that doesn't look good. It could be interpreted as racist, so we'll change it.
I hate the world we live in sometimes.
I know, it's a weird thing, but hey, look, what you gonna do about it?
Nothing. But, you gotta remember now, everything's racist.
Complain on a podcast.
I complain on a podcast how everything's racist now.
As a white man.
As a white man.
Has
To be fair, I shouldn't be complaining
privilege.
too much, but that is ridiculous. That is actually, there's just nothing about it. Just because a scenario happened doesn't make it racist. Because it's not discriminatory.
But Dan, you can't understand the struggle of a black man being scared of the police. Because police
it's not
violence
singled out. He wasn't. If it was a singled out occasion, yes, it is, but it wasn't singled out.
Would you be more willing to accept it if, like, all the other characters got like a pass? So the cop car went by them, went, "Oh no, you're fine," and then when it's the LeBron James, it goes, "Oh, not bad," and then shoves him in the car. Yeah, that would that make it better for you?
Yeah,
would that make it more justified?
That justifies it being racist. Yes.
Well done, Dan. You're
not
a
justify
racist.
being acceptable.
You want racism.
No, wait,
is
what?
what I'm understanding.
What? How
From
does
what
this happen?
I'm understanding.
No, I don't.
And speaking of racism, modern warfare.
Racism.
Racism.
Speaking of racism.
Racism. I
What
kind
else
of
I got
stopped myself because I was like, do I say this? And then I went, nah, fuck it. And then I didn't continue it. And I went warfare because I missed modern. Because
Yeah.
I'd stopped and then my brain was processing it and jumped to warfare. So yeah, speaking of racism, modern warfare. It's not got racism yet, but I'm sure all the COD community is racist.
I don't think that's entirely true, but there's definitely a few. Let's be honest.
I reckon at least 20% of the Call of Duty community is racist.
I would like to believe it's not.
I would go on record and say at least 20% is unintentionally racist and racist. So in that section, a lot of it's probably
Are you counting like unknowingly not racist but like offensive, like culturally insensitive?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. With that, I'd say probably more like 50, because you see a lot of insensitive name tags and stuff like that.
Yes, because
and a lot more people are like willing to be sexist on Call of Duty. So I'd say more 50%.
If
you're including all of them, I'd say 50-50. You're going to go into a COD lobby and find at least one person who's saying something derogatory about a woman.
Yeah.
You might have a little bit of a harder time finding someone who's saying something derogatory about African Americans and stuff like that, but you'll find them.
Yes, anyway, let's go on to what we're actually talking about. Modern Warfare 2 Open Beta has come out this week.
It's buggy, as all betas
yeah, who would have
are.
thought? It's an open beta, although the game won't change, but that's the whole point of open beta, to find the bugs.
Yes, although it's coming out soon, so they won't have time to fix the bugs.
No, to be fair, open beta is more about stress testing the servers and making sure the servers works fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. But they should know how many people are going to play their games, because they release
all
them every...
cards are buggy at launch, though.
I know.
This isn't new.
I know. But you can't say it's stress testing their servers, because they know how many people are going to be playing their servers, because they release one every year.
Yeah, but it's different servers and it's different games.
I
different game engines,
I
right?
know.
And it's fun to play early. But yeah, so they released a trailer for multiplayer and Warzone 2.
Yes.
Are they actually going to completely wipe Warzone and make a new Warzone?
Like Overwatch, where they're completely destroying the original game to make the new one.
I would like them now to just make a whole new game for Warzone, because I think I've been out of the loop way too long for me to go back into it. There's too many guns, there's too many new things, and
I hate Warzone specifically for the fact that it ties all the guns from all the games. And if you pick up a gun in the game that's from a different game that you don't own, when you go to select, clear the red dots to say you've got new stuff for it, if you don't own the game and you don't own that gun, you can't clear it.
Yeah, it's I don't-
Fucking drives me insane because I hate those red dots, and it's one of the reasons I stopped playing Call of Duty because I don't want to buy Call of Duty games just to clear red dots off of Warzone.
Yeah, I wish they would keep Warzone just as Modern Warfare. Maybe tie in the XP. I like the idea of all the XP being tied in together, but not.
I'm fine with the guns, but just let me clear the shit without
Yeah.
having to go buy the game because I need to have the gun on the game to own the gun. That's stupid. I don't know if it's changed. If it has, good. But yeah, no, it's fucking stupid.
But yeah, I think I'll give them open beta go this weekend or next weekend. And also talking about Modern Warfare, there is rumors about the third game mode.
Ooh.
Where they're reportedly adding raid-like game mode. You know, raids from Destiny 2? Well, like a puzzle feature. So you have to have teamwork and coordination. I have
It's
to
also
have...
getting zombies, so it'll probably be that.
I don't think it's zombies.
Apparently it's getting zombies.
Well,
I heard the rumor that it's getting zombies, so it might be those two combined.
possibly. To be fair, you can have zombies, and I want raids. And now that I've heard about it, I want it.
Nah.
I know you don't like
Oh.
raids because
I like raids in Destiny. I just don't get to play them because we don't have friends.
Yeah, this is it seems really interesting.
Well, tell people about it rather than just reading the article.
No, but there isn't much to say about it. It's just really interesting how there's raids. They didn't even announce what the game is called.
Well,
So
we'll find out.
It's rumored that it's going to drop during the first season, not when the game comes out.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to drop everything at once, are they?
Yeah. So, like I was just saying, I think it would be like a zombies type thing where you get one map a season,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Raids are, well, in Destiny, they're huge.
But yeah. Speaking of Call of Duty, though, Microsoft has basically come out and said pulling Call of Duty from PlayStation would make no financial decision no sense. And yes, I agree with that. But also, if you buy Activision and Call of Duty and all of that, you'll get 70% of all of the sales on PlayStation. So of course it makes financial sense for you to do.
Yeah.
That's the fucking reason Sony doesn't want you to do it. Because every time someone buys it on PlayStation, they'll have to give Microsoft, their biggest competitor, 70% of all of the money that they would. Whereas before, it would have just gone to Activision, which they were fine with.
Yes.
Because all the profits would go to Microsoft if you buy it on Xbox. But it will be for free on Xbox, and then all of the in-game purchases will just go to Microsoft. That's what people don't fucking understand about this and why it's bad. It drives me
that
insane.
it's essentially an exclusivity.
Yeah, it's basically Microsoft makes all of the money no matter what they do. That's why. That's why Microsoft's like, yeah, it doesn't make... We're not going to pull it, but we're going to make it extremely difficult for Sony to make any money off of it.
Yeah.
And the Microsoft Activision deal is only for 3 years.
Which means
At the moment.
3 years.
Their current contracts, because Microsoft says they'll honor it up and, well, has said that they're currently honoring it up like all existing contracts, which is only for 3 years.
Right, yeah. Then after that, Microsoft
So after
will make it
that,
exclusive.
then Sony and Microsoft, well, no, Microsoft and Sony have to renegotiate, which means Microsoft holds all of the cards in negotiation because at any point they can go, Sony, we don't agree with what you're doing, we'll pull it. They're not going to because they want it on PlayStation because they can make shit tons of money off PlayStation's user base.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the whole issue with this. This is why it's such a bad deal for Sony if Microsoft gets it. But everyone's like, ooh, it goes on Game Pass for free. It's so good for me. Yes, but it's bad for everyone else. Because then you have to go to Microsoft if you want to play it.
I mean, not that makes any difference to me, really, because I will be playing it on PC regardless.
But you'll probably be on Game Pass or whatever, because why would you not?
Yeah, it will probably go onto Microsoft Store, I would have thought.
Yeah, and why would you not? That's the thing. If Microsoft can convert the nearly like 20 million plus user base of Call of Duty to go away from PlayStation and come to Xbox, how much money do you think they'll make off that? By giving it away by making it free and making it like Fortnite, but still charging it on PlayStation. So why would you buy it on PlayStation if you can buy Xbox Game Pass for £1.99 or whatever the fuck it is at the moment? It's insanity that people think this is a good thing. It's good for consumers, but it's terrible for the competition.
True.
It generally astonishes me, and I think the European Union has at least done something to look into it deeper. But we'll have a whole video on this eventually because I have so much to say. And that's not me being a Sony fanboy. This is me being a business person and just looking at it from a business perspective. Like, it fucking ruins the industry.
I mean, we can both agree it's a good deal for Xbox.
It's an insane deal for Xbox. Like, they'll get so... I've found so many statistics. We'll get to it when we do the video. It will come out soon.
Yeah, okay.
But we got Nintendo to talk about because it's a really funny story.
Yeah, so Nintendo had its Direct event, so I presume this is the same as any other company that revealed their things.
Yes. However, they delayed it in the UK because it was a live stream, but they delayed it in the UK because of the Queen's death. So it became a VOD. So you couldn't watch it live in the UK. You could only watch it live everywhere else. And then it became a VOD after the live stream happened. So you could watch it then, out of respect for the Queen.
Right.
But however, the next Legend of Zelda, which is everyone's excited about because it's after the Breath of the Wild, is titled Tears of a Kingdom. Yeah, which is why I think Nintendo delayed it.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense now.
But yeah, that's just the funniest thing about it. It's just like, oh, the next Legend of Zelda game, Tears of a Kingdom. Oh, Britain's mourning the loss of their monarchy. Whoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I doubt they're related, but like, it's just funny that Nintendo has had that unfortunate naming drop happen. But yeah, that's all that really was interesting about that Nintendo Direct.
So you cared about nothing else. You just want to pick up that.
Yeah, that was the only thing. I think they announced a new Pikmin game, which I guess is okay. I think they're talking like stuff about Splatoon 3, but I don't have a Nintendo product, so I can't really.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, apparently, Nintendo Switch Sports is getting more game modes.
Nice.
You're getting golf.
Hell yeah.
Who would have thought?
Then,
Let's get back onto the other side of Sony, where Sony says its PSVR games will not be compatible with PSVR 2.
Which is weird, because I imagine it's not... Because I don't understand this, because I think their logic was, oh, we've got all these new features and stuff on the controllers and haptic feedbacks and stuff like that. Okay, they just won't have those features if you port the games over. It's not that big of a deal.
It's the same reason why they wouldn't allow PS5 games with a PS4 controller.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's the exact same.
Yeah, I get you're trying to push it, but like you're limiting your selection. Like I know the PlayStation VR is supposed to launch with like a lot of games, but I have a lot of games already, and I'd like to maybe be able to play them. I imagine this will come as a patch later on. I think they're trying to do it so that people will buy new games, and then eventually, like they did with 1440p software patch, they'll eventually let people do it if there's enough backlash.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think they're just trying to push people to buy new stuff first rather than go back and play old games.
I think what annoys me the most of everything to the VR, and it's a really, really small thing, is that on Beat Saber you can't do custom songs on the PlayStation 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
It annoys me the hell.
Yeah, I wish that was it.
But and if I have to pay it again for the PSVR 2 and I still don't get custom songs.
Buy a HTC Vive, the most expensive headset there is.
Doesn't Oculus have it as well?
Yeah, Oculus has it, but you could buy the most expensive one, which is the HTC Vive. Yeah. And then finally, for the last bit of Sony news, PlayStation is allegedly getting Discord.
Yeah,
Same as Xbox.
So Xbox now has it. It came out last week. Although it's a bit weird. It's not actually full integration.
Shocking.
Who would have thought? So you have to join the Discord on your phone and then you transfer it to your Xbox.
Nice.
Which makes it a bit more complicated and not so easy to use.
Why is it not just an app?
I don't know. They didn't want to have their own separate thing. So they just made it part of the Xbox party, but you can't join it from the Xbox party. You have to join in the app first and then transfer over.
Weird.
And why that makes it annoying is for my mate, he can't connect his Xbox to his Xbox app. But he connects Discord to Xbox, but you have to connect your Xbox app as well for some bizarre reason. So how it works, it goes from Discord app to Xbox app to Xbox.
This is kind of like the Nintendo thing where they tried to make it so that voice chat in games, you had to plug your phone. Like, you had to use your phone to do the content for the game, so you had to tie your phone to your Nintendo Direct account to be able to play voice chat.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
I don't know if that's still how it works, but...
I don't know. Maybe eventually they'll make it better, but I suppose it's something, right? At least you can do Destiny looking for group now on Discord.
Yeah. No.
Although,
Eventually.
by the time it comes out on PlayStation, which supposedly is in version 7 software, so it would be March, Destiny 2 will already have Looking for Group integrated into the game.
True.
So, it makes a difference anyway. Let's go
But
into different sections.
there's probably a bigger community on Discord.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
There's no doubt. And it's a good thing anyway.
Yeah.
But let's go into No Effing Thanks, where we talk about Ubisoft's CEO says companies' interest in NFTs was just research.
We didn't fuck up and pump a lot of money into this only to watch it crash and burn because no one wanted it. It was just
prank,
research. Yeah, it was just research. Yeah,
just
we're
research, bro.
we're not interested anymore. It was just research.
I don't hate this. Like, it was just a joke.
Yeah, we didn't call people fucking idiots for not understanding it. It was just a joke.
Yeah. But also,
Yeah,
they've messed up here.
Yeah, this is just the funniest thing. I love watching companies just burn because of NFTs.
Yeah, I don't know why they pushed it so hard.
Because it was the big hit thing, and no one knew what it was, and people were making money off of it, and they wanted that money. It was another way to scam people out of money.
But now NFTs have crashed. Also, we missed some crypto news.
Have we?
Yes, Ethereum is now merged, so GPU mining is no longer possible for Ethereum.
Yeah, nice.
Which means the new graphics cards may actually be available at launch.
Yay. Yeah, third-party sales of graphics cards is up as well because you don't need...
Yeah, people are selling them now. They're cheap.
Yeah. And then, also Starbucks is going into NFTs or Web3 basically. Starbucks is brewing a revolutionary Web3 experience for its Starbucks reward members. What that is, they have not said, and they dance around it like they're trying to actually not say what it is because it will probably just be an NFT of a coffee cup when you go to a Starbucks location with the Starbucks location's name on it.
Maybe. Possibly, but
yeah, they literally dance around it like they go, oh yes, it's a revolutionary new idea, and but they don't actually say what it actually is going to be. So
yeah, it'll be an NFT. Web3 is all NFTs.
Leveraging Web3 technology will allow our members to access experiences and ownerships that was not possible before. Starbucks Odyssey will transcend the foundational benefits that our Starbucks Reward members have come to love and unlock digital, physical, and experimental benefits that are uniquely Starbucks. What is that? They don't fucking say. It's just a lot of nonsense. By integrating into the Starbucks reward ecosystem, the groundbreaking experience in coffee, connection, and community, we are entertaining the Web3 space differently than any other brand, whilst deepening our members' connection to Starbucks. Our vision is to create a place where our digital community come together over coffee, engage in immersive experiences, and celebrate the heritage of the future of Starbucks. It's just point. It's just
they
so
are really
weird.
keen with Starbucks.
Yeah. Are they going to create the metaverse for Starbucks where you can go sit in a cafe and drink virtual coffee?
Possibly.
Because what a fucking boring life. I guess there are people whose entire personality is drinking coffee.
Yes, or more specifically, going to Starbucks.
Yeah, to drink the coffee.
Yes, because the Starbucks coffee is weird. It's not like any other coffee shop. I don't know.
Have you ever heard how Starbucks tried to go to Australia and basically failed miserably because Australia hates bad coffee, and they just didn't like Starbucks' coffee.
Yeah,
and it's all traditional coffee in Australia.
Starbucks is such a weird coffee shop because you can't order a normal coffee. You can't order just a normal latte or regular latte. You can't order that. You got to order some kind of milk with some sort of topping with a weird sizing.
I think they do allow it. I just don't think it's on their menus. I think you can just ask for a black coffee and they'll give you a black coffee.
There's a funny comedy sketch somewhere where they go about the Starbucks naming schemes, about how they're all wrong because it's made from 3 different languages.
And you're talking about Role Models. It's from the movie Role Models, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think it's from Role Models. It's got Paul Rudd in it, right?
It might be that one where he just jokes about how bad the naming scheme is.
Yeah.
It's funny though. I enjoyed that.
You're wrong in 3 different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's from the movie Role Models where Paul Rudd... I think it's Paul Rudd. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Oh well, I won't do it.
But you're right, yeah. You're wrong in 3 different languages. That's the name of the sketch.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's go.
It's astonishing that this is a thing that Starbucks is pushing.
Yeah. I am quite shocked. But let's go on. Let's go on a different subject. Into tech time and science shenanigans, where China has discovered a new stunning crystal on the moon, where it will supposedly be the nuclear fusion fuel for limitless energy.
Yeah. So we've been digging up rocks in space for a while, and China has found some little crystals made of a previously unknown mineral. And then it basically has the potential to be used as a fuel source.
Yeah, so there's many challenges, of course, with nuclear fusion, as we commented before.
It's because it contains helium-3.
Yes, that's correct. So
yeah.
We need helium or hydrogen to operate
nuclear fusion,
but unfortunately, neither of which of the specific isotopes needed are not found on Earth, because you need to have the unstable isotopes, otherwise they won't merge.
Also, Earth's helium supplies are drastically being reduced every year.
Yes, stupid idiots buying their helium balloons.
Have you seen the video of the Spider-Man balloon just going through a neighborhood and everyone's Ring cameras and stuff capturing footage of just this balloon wandering through?
No.
It's really weird because I think those Spider-Man balloons that are for people, actual based on characters and stuff. I think one just got loose and then it was just floating around, and you can see it getting trapped in people's gardens, floating around, and then it just goes on and then someone else's doorbell or something captures it just going past. It's really weird. I don't know if they're all connected, but I saw a bunch of those videos all kind of coming out around the same time, so I imagine it's just the same balloon and people are just posting it. Yes. Yeah, anyway, we were talking about nuclear fusion.
Yeah, so Jay, very quickly before we move on, I just want to mention that, as I spoke about before, helium-3 is abundant on the moon.
Yes.
So,
which, if you want to think for the far-flung future, expect another race to get to the moon to mine the shit out of it.
Well, America's already started. That's the whole point of the Artemis program.
Oh, I know, but now that China's done it and Russia will probably also, we're going to have another
future. Their own economy problems.
Oh, yeah.
Russia can afford it.
I don't think Russia's going to be in it, but it will be another space race.
It'll be between America and China. It won't. Yeah, Russia won't be involved.
Russia could try and.
They can try, but their economy's dead.
Yeah.
And due to the Ukrainian war, while Putin's in charge, their economy is just going to keep going down.
Yeah, we might get an assassination attempt.
Honestly, it might actually.
We could send Putin to the moon. We could convince Putin.
Putin's regime is hanging by a thread right now.
What we need to do is convince Putin that, we don't need the Ukraine. We need the moon, mate. You need to focus all your money on the moon. America's going to beat you to the moon. Again.
Do you know Putin was one of the first to offer his condolences to King Charles?
Well, of course. He's probably got dirt on him.
No, apparently it's because he actually respects the monarchy in England. Of everything he hates about the West, the only thing he likes.
I also think it's probably because it's a dude now.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't think he likes Merkel because of women. I think he respects the monarchy, but I don't think he cared about the Queen. I think he just cares that it's a king now, and it's because it's a dude in charge again. Because I don't think Putin has a loving respect for women.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, but it is looking quite troublesome for him now, as China has also basically disagreed with his war.
Hell yeah.
I definitely seen this, but China have come out and said, we have serious concerns about the war in Ukraine.
Wow. Only took you how long, China?
Well, it's because Russia's losing.
Oh, yeah.
They're losing quite badly right now.
Yeah.
I think China's worried because if Russia falls and it sparks a revolution, which it could do, because at the minute, I don't know what the percentage must be, but it must be the majority of Russians disagree with the war in Ukraine to some extent.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Because people who are against war always agree or against it. People who are pro-war are now anti-Putin because they retreated. So it's not looking good for him, which is good for us. Maybe we'll get cheap energy again.
Yeah.
Let's go to some dystopian tech, which is, what is the frog reveal? Danny, what is the frog reveal?
Well, it's not frog for one. It's fog.
You're right, it's fog reveal. What is the fog reveal?
So fog is basically an app. Fog reveal is basically an app that is a third-party app that allows you to track people's location, and the police in America have been using it to basically track people for crimes and stuff, but they don't need to get a warrant to do it. So they're basically just allowed to track your location without any sort of warrant. And it's caused a lot of privacy concerns.
Yeah, because that feels illegal.
It is, but it's technically not because it's not going through. It's going through a publicly open thing. But yeah, it's fucked.
America, people.
Yeah, well, it might be happening in the UK. We don't know.
No, you definitely are getting tracked. It's just not known.
Oh yeah, well,
People being known they're being tracked is upset about it, but you are being tracked anyway.
Oh yeah,
I think they can't legally do anything because you don't know. Whereas you can with like CCTV, like in public spaces you can, but in private you still can't get prosecuted without a warrant.
But yeah, also I think it's the reason why they're using it is because they hold the data for longer than what other companies do. So
right, yeah,
they have access to further back tracking location data than what they're allowed to get through a warrant. Because I think you're like only allowed to go back a month or something, whereas this allows you to have like 3-4 months back sort of stuff.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, so you can like track for further back, but because they're not getting warrants to do it, it's still fucking dodgy as shit.
Let's carry on where the Patagonia founder is giving away the company.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're basically just making it all to charity.
Yeah, so the guy who's a billionaire is now not a billionaire.
Yeah, he basically gave away all of his money to help combat climate change. Like an actual decent billionaire, which is fucking crazy.
Can't believe it.
Rather than selling the company or taking it private, Mr. Chouinard, his wife and 2 children, have transferred their ownership of Patagonia, valued at about $3 billion, to specifically designed trust and non-profit organizations. They were created to preserve the company's independence and ensure that all of its profits, some $100 million a year, are used to combat climate change and protect undeveloped land around the globe.
That's amazing, really.
Yeah, it's genuinely actually nice.
Like that amount of money is a lot for going towards climate change.
You get people. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, but he's not. He's doing it so he doesn't get taxed. Like,
so what?
So what? It's going to a good cause. Like, why do you care? I'm not paying.
Like, also, he's giving away the company. He's not making money off this.
No, yeah.
What do you mean so he doesn't get taxed off it?
Yeah, people are dumb. People don't understand business, but yeah.
Like zero tax of zero is still zero.
Well, I think it's for the company itself because they wouldn't be profiteering because if all their profits are going to charity, but they're still giving away all their profits to charity.
Yeah.
So why does it matter if it's not going to the taxes? They're giving it back to the actual people. They're giving it back to like climate, whereas the government would probably just keep it.
Yeah.
And spend it on a state funeral for the Queen, rather than giving it to people who are starving in the street.
I would like to know how much money that funeral cost.
Oh, we'll find out. It was like 500 billion or something like that.
I don't think it'd be that much.
You'd be surprised. Trying to keep the Queen alive in her coffin for however long. Do you reckon she's in the box? I don't think she's in the box.
I think she's in the box.
I don't think she was in the box as they dragged it around the UK. What a fucking weird thing to do. I reckon what they've done is they swapped it out when they got to London. Like once it got into the cathedral, when they took it away, they've swapped it out and actually put the Queen in that. There's no way they fucking dragged around the corpse of the Queen all around England. If
Why
they did,
not? That sounds like...
No, if they did, they should have put it in a glass case and then made it so that you could actually see it.
That's a terrible idea because your body starts dissolving within 2 days.
They could have embalmed it.
It's still dead. It still will die.
Yeah, but why are they going to drag around a corpse? That's even weirder to me. So they're just got a rotting corpse in a box and they're dragging it around the UK so that people can wave and say yes. That seems insane to me. She was not in the...
Hang on. Stop. We're going to move on to it in a second.
We've got one more bit.
All right. There's a leaked report from Instagram that claims most Reels users have no engagement whatsoever.
Yeah. So this is off on the back of Meta basically pivoting all of its resources to try and copy TikTok and make Reels the new big thing.
And it
turns out people don't give a shit and don't want it. They just want to post pictures of their cats and family and friends and pretty pictures on Instagram. That's
and their
why
attractive bodies.
Yes, and they're attractive and unattractive because some people got to be body positive.
Yes, but let's be honest. Most people are not real on Instagram.
No. Well, no one's using Reels as well, eh?
Hey.
Yeah, Instagram is not the place for real.
Yeah, that is true and a terrible joke.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going on into a new section called Britain Being Britain.
Where we're going to talk all about the British reaction to the Queen's death.
Honestly, this could be a TBO itself. Really good. This should have been on TBO. Alright, let's start off with Norwich Royal Morning Bike Rack closure sign has been altered after a confusion.
So basically, it basically said, because of the Queen's death, there was a sign that got posted around social media of a bike. You couldn't use a bike rack during the Queen's funeral bit during this week.
Right.
And people went, what the fuck is this? Why are they doing this? Why have they closed a bike rack out of respect for the Queen? I think it turns out that because it's in front of a church, I guess, and people were paying their respects by putting flowers, and they didn't want people putting their bikes up in front of it because of how many people were coming to put flowers and Paddington bears, I guess. Which that's the thing I haven't put in here. They banned Paddington bear and marmalade sandwiches because people kept putting them at funeral location, mourning sites, and they didn't want them because for some odd reason people kept putting marmalade sandwiches and in a fucking situation where the UK is in an economic crisis and people are starving, people went out of their way to just leave sandwiches on...
It's because of the video with Paddington Bear and the Queen.
Yes, I know what the context of it is, but why are people's go-to decision, if you're going to do it, make marmalade sandwiches and give it to the fucking homeless people sitting around London who are probably getting shooed away because they're getting in the way of the Queen's dead corpse being on the road.
I do think her corpse is in there, though.
I don't think it's in there. They're not going to drag a corpse of the Queen around. What if someone... Because you got to think, if someone... The amount of people who are angry, you don't think someone would have tried to do something to that corpse? What? Knock it over, throw a Molotov at it, burn it, Someone would have done... you can't risk
Honestly,
that.
all the police were used for this. They had to call off football matches because there wasn't enough police.
Yeah, I know, but it's stupid.
I hate the amount of security around this event is mental.
Yes, I know, because 70 world leaders are all in one location at one time.
Yeah. Did you see Biden came late?
Did you see the Australian news outlets didn't know who Liz Truss was?
Yeah.
There's a video. yeah, it's literally a video of them talking, oh, we're coming to the tail end of all the people that we don't really know. And it's Liz Truss walking up, and then they get a note saying, oh, that's apparently the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, honestly, Liz Truss has had a very eventful start at an office.
Yeah.
Within 2 days of being in office, the Queen died.
I still think she poisoned her so that she's the most powerful Liz in the country.
That is a remarkable theory.
Because she's also had footage of her saying dismantle the monarchy and then immediately come out and basically said, no, I like the monarchy because she's actually got power now.
Well, Liz Truss keeps changing her mind. She used to be completely different.
Yeah, politically.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You got to play to your strengths of what people actually want because you're a boring person and no one likes you. So you go... So that's
what a genuine election we got next year, or in a couple of years. We've gone from Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson, which is another awful set, to Liz Truss and Keir Starmer, which is another awful set of prime ministers.
Hey, look, we could be America.
To be fair, I'd much rather have Liz Truss or Keir Starmer than Joe Biden or Trump.
Yeah. So the Queen's coffin queue was so big that they tried to pause it and couldn't because people just kept turning up.
Yeah. Was it 24 hours at some point?
Oh, yeah, 24-hour plus.
That is mental. That's so British as well.
Yeah, loving to queue. Standing in a queue for ages.
Imagine queuing for 24 hours.
I would love to know how many people were making bank off this because they were just going around selling overpriced water bottles and stuff to people in a queue.
Oh, that's definitely happening because 24 hours is such a long time. How are you waiting that long?
I don't know.
What gives through your head to think I want to wait 24 hours?
To see a box for 2 seconds as I walk through.
Yeah, I get it's a nice thing, and you want to pay your respect.
Oh, also, I saw a video recently of the last people who were apparently allowed to walk through, and they apparently said, "How do you feel about this moment? This moment is better than when I had my kids."
What?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the type of people who are going to see the Queen's coffin. They think watching a box for after standing in line for 24 hours is better than the moment that they had to their children.
It's so British. It really is.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't believe any other country would do this.
No, you can watch the reactions of all the other countries going, what the fuck is wrong with this country? Like, the Americans are really fucking confused about this. Also,
Still, I'd much rather be in this country.
Canada hates us because they have to change all their money. Australia hates us because they have to change all their money.
There's a lot of countries that have to change their money. It's pretty much the whole Commonwealth.
There is rumblings that Canada might try and back out and try and get it so that they don't.
I wouldn't blame them.
Like, there's a lot of, like, debate about all of these countries having to be tied to this because it just makes no financial sense to change all the money.
I mean, if you're going to do it, I would say don't replace them, but just make the new ones.
Yeah, I don't get why we have to turn it all in.
If you're just making the new ones and just keep the old currency as it is.
Just keep it and then over time take it out of circulation.
Yeah.
Don't say, after this date, we need to stop using this money.
I know originally it's meant to be replaced, but the world has changed a lot in the last,
70 years. 70 years since she was reigning.
Yeah, 70 years since you last replaced the currency.
We've switched from the pence or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, you had like shillings and
shit. Yeah, we've changed from that to an actual somewhat stable, despite the UK's attempts to make it so unstable that it just crashes.
Yeah, the pound is lowest as it has been for like 85 years or something.
Look, imagine if the European Union had to have all of their money changed because they had the Queen's face on it. Like, how fucked would that be?
That would be mental.
Like, look, take it from the Americans. They don't change their thing every time their presidents die.
No, they just add them to the currency.
Yeah, I look forward to Donald Trump being printed on the currency.
That is never going to happen.
But yeah, we've got a lot to go through, so...
Yeah, but it's going to be a while. Strap in. So there's also been a bit of controversy as it's been labelled as disrespectful as an amateur football team in Sheffield faced punishment for playing after the Queen's death. Yeah,
so this isn't even like a professional football. This is just like a local team and another local team just trying to play a football match during the Queen's death. This isn't like this is just like two local teams just trying to play a football match, and then everyone's going, oh, this is so disrespectful, and they're like in trouble from like the agencies because they're like kind of in the league, like sort of thing. I don't understand football, so you'd probably have a better time understanding this, but like,
yeah, so
it's
they
just so
cancelled the
stupid.
Premier League the weekend after.
Also, technically, wasn't the ruling that yes, you can play, because like rugby and golf and cricket and rugby were still allowed? It was just football.
Yeah, but football's a bit different.
Yeah, I know. It's bigger.
Yeah, one is bigger. Two,
I think it was Peter Crouch that said, hey, look, I know it's just a game, but wouldn't it make a lot more sense to have a massive amount of people all at one time in a stadium on live television taking a moment of silence to show respect for the Queen?
So no, that did happen, right? That happened this weekend.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's just, but like they had matches postponed, right?
Yeah, so they just postponed for the first weekend, and then the second weekend they did what that was suggested of, have a minute silence. I think a few stadiums blacked out the stadium as well.
Queen didn't like that, did she? It's true, though. It's true. She commented, what color are my children going to be when Meghan and Harry got together? That's a genuine quote that the Queen said.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
or at least one of the royal family members said.
She's like a 90-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hold her against it.
Yeah. It's still funny, though.
Yeah, it's funny.
Because she is probably a racist. Like, you can't deny it. Because I'm pretty sure there is a bill that the UK royal family doesn't take part in the Equality Act, so they don't have to hire black workers.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's an actual thing. I'm pretty sure is the UK doesn't the royal family doesn't have to hire black workers because they're not part of the Equality Act.
I mean, to be fair, the Queen makes her own laws. Like, she doesn't have to abide by the laws, or she didn't have to. Also, talk about being disrespectful for the Queen for events. We actually had a work event planned weeks in advance of having a barbecue this Friday just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And we were told we weren't allowed to have it outside because it was disrespectful for the Queen.
Nice.
But that was only one person complained, by the way. Only one person
said that it was disrespectful.
Yeah, so we couldn't do it.
Well, they should have stood inside whilst everyone else was outside.
Yeah.
And they could have celebrated in peace.
It's so stupid. I don't understand why. It's just a barbecue. I had a
Yeah.
barbecue today, so.
And speaking of stupid, King Charles III won't pay any inheritance tax on his massive gains because he's getting all the money that the Queen owned, and he doesn't have to pay any tax on it.
I can't say I'm surprised.
No, but it's still stupid. Because everyone else, when their family members die, they have to pay the government. Why can't the Queen?
Because then it'll just go back to the government. Like, it'll go to the government and then just go back to the monarchy again.
Yeah, but it might also go to some other people.
No, it won't, though. That's the point.
But
It
also,
won't.
yeah, but this could also slowly start chipping away at their stupid fortunes so that the monarchy actually gets dismantled.
I'm pretty sure just the monarchy is pretty much owned by the government.
Oh yeah, no, it is. But it's still like you could actually kind of take it away and slowly they'd lose their money for not doing anything except sitting there and having other countries hate us because we're making them change all their money.
Yeah, but I kind of like it in a way. It's just so British. It's such a British thing. It's like, it makes Britain Britain, right?
What, having dumb decisions made in a royal family from...
Well, having having a royal family.
I still find the fact fun that the royal family is a German and they had to change their last name because of World War II, and it was like, oh, you can't have a German last name. We'll change it to Windsor because that's so much more British.
I think it was named after... I don't know if it was named after Windsor Castle or if Windsor Castle was named after them.
I'm not going to look it up. People
Never
can tell
mind.
us in the comments. Some British history buff who's very angry at us for disrespecting the Queen can tell us in the comments. Back to sports, Dan.
Back to sports. There is no music in the dressing room for India's T20 game at Hove as England mourns the Queen's death.
Yep, that's right, Indians. You can't do normal things because you're part of the British Empire. Not anymore, though. But we still won't let you play your music in the changing room.
I always forget, because in my mind, even now, it still feels like the British Empire dissolved hundreds of years ago.
No, it was only a couple years.
Yeah,
It was only after World War II, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's still mental to me how the Commonwealth is literally basically the Empire.
Yeah, why do you think people don't like the Queen?
No, a lot of people do like the Queen.
No, but I mean, a lot of other countries don't like the Queen. The Irish don't like the Queen. Like a lot of places.
The Irish don't like England.
Yeah, but the Queen
As
is
a
the
whole.
symbol. Yeah, but the Queen is the symbol of England.
Yeah, the Queen technically is England, or the monarchy is England.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
an argument to be made about that.
Look, it's sad that an old lady died. It's not sad that a monarchy died. That's the difference.
Yeah, well, I can't agree to an extent. I don't agree with disrespecting the death of the Queen. It's still a death of a grandmother and a mother.
Yeah, of a pedophile who she
Yeah, but
protected.
that doesn't make a difference. That's Andrew.
Yeah,
right?
but she protected.
Andrew and Harry are already shunned by the rest of the royal family.
I don't
They're
know
not
why
allowed to wear
Harry.
the
I don't know
royal
why Harry is. He just a married American. That's his crime. He married the person he loved, but they're American.
No, Harry just disowned the royal family. That was what it was.
Yeah, because he didn't agree with a pedophile and his weird family's actions.
Yeah, I don't
I'm on Harry's side. He would have been a much better king. We would
than
have
Charles.
Yeah, or William.
What's wrong with William?
Have you seen William? He looks so old.
But he's not even that old.
I know he looks so old. Although we
think
will
he's
get
like
to call
40,
we
isn't
will get a king of pegging though if William takes over.
William will take over eventually.
I know. Well, I don't
Let's be
think
honest,
I don't.
it'll be like 20 years time.
Less than that, I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
think.
possibly.
I don't think. That's why I don't understand about changing the money because he's not going to live.
I mean,
They should be-
arguably, Charles shouldn't take over, but
No, he might step down to be honest because there's rumblings of it. But like,
well, he's not.
knows?
I don't think he's actually being coronated until next year.
oh yeah, no, I think yeah. In other stupid news, Morrison turns down the beeps on his checkouts in response to the Queen's death.
So British, such a British thing to do.
Yep, we can't have the beeping noise. It's too loud.
It's too loud, people. It's too loud.
We can't have our moment of silence be interrupted by the beeping of a checkout machine.
I think during moments of silence, the checkout operator stopped working.
I'm sure they do. Imagine if they didn't, though. They were just beeping it for... But I think it's probably the self-checkouts as well. Because I imagine there's
Yeah.
probably some dumbass who's just... I would do it. Like, just putting your shopping through whilst you...
That's because you don't care.
I don't. I really
Do you at least do a
don't.
minute's silence for Remembrance Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, they're not that disrespectful.
If I'm somewhere where it's actually happening. Like,
You
if
won't
I'm
do it
at
at
work...
home by yourself?
No. I
Is that because
forget.
you're
I'm
always
not
silent?
awake. No, it's because I'm not awake.
Oh, right.
It's like 11 a.m. and I'm not awake at that time. So, normally.
Yeah.
Or I've just woken up and I'm already silent because I live alone, so I'm not talking to anyone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's carry on, where dealers are giving discounts on cocaine and ketamine in honor of the Queen.
Get your drugs discounted. Queen's.
Stupid.
It's very British, though.
It's amazing.
And then finally, Channel 5 is praised for airing the Emoji Movie while BBC, ITV, and Sky cover the Queen's funeral. That happened today.
I don't understand. Why?
Because people don't want to see the Queen.
Do you want to watch the Emoji Movie?
No, but it was a bunch of kids' movies, so I just think they did back-to-back kids' movies.
Yeah.
And the Emoji Movie happened to be one of them, and that's the catchier headline.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Let's finalize the podcast with recommend do, recommend don't.
Dan, I watched an anime.
Oh, goody. Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah, it's good. Bit of a generic plot, but it looks very nice. I know you'd hate it.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, oh, Cyberpunk's a thing. Anime. Nope.
It feels more like a cartoon than... Well, actually, no. No, it is very anime. Like
It looks very anime.
It is very anime. But it's all right. I think it's just kind of generic story-wise. But it looks very nice, for me at least. And I like the characters. And then I watched the movie Life, which is the Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson movie that people thought was a stealth Venom prequel.
Right.
Because it's set on a space station. They find life in space, and then it turns out to be like a tentacle evolving thing that rips out people from the inside and stuff like that.
Huh.
Kind of like it's a slow burner. It's a good movie though. I enjoyed it. But I do think if that was a stealth Venom sequel, that would have been cool because it would have shown what Venom would be like R-rated.
Right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For me, I haven't been doing too much. I finished Sandman.
Nice. We'll be doing a review sometime.
Yeah, that was supposed to be last week's TVO.
Yes. But
I
was
have
busy.
also been watching Rick and Morty, the new season. Started airing.
Have you watched Game of Thrones yet?
No, I'm going to wait until it's all out and then binge watch it because I don't have a grandparents' Sky account, so I'm not paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wait until it's all out on Now TV and just get a free
ITV?
Now TV.
Oh, yeah.
I think what I said.
Yeah, you said ITV. I was like, what? It's on ITV?
And may have just said Now TV a bit weirdly. And also, I have been playing Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yes, I need to play that. I will stream it at some point.
I had played it a while ago on Game Pass, and then I ended my Game Pass subscription, so I've been continuing it on PlayStation. And it's been alright, if I'm honest. It's had a few slow movements.
Apparently the story's good, though.
The story's good, but I think the gameplay could be better. Like, there's too much walking. There's just too much walking from location to location.
Fair enough. Is it filled with quippy dialogue, though? Or is it dead silence?
Somewhat. I mean, I haven't really laughed that much at it. There's a couple of things I laughed at, but...
I feel the Guardians of the Galaxy humor could be grating if you don't like that style of humor.
Yeah, it's not like the film humor.
Oh.
It's a bit different. The music's also a bit different as well, but...
Yeah. I'll be playing it eventually. I'll probably end up streaming it. I just need time.
Yeah, I would give it a go. I recommend giving it a go, but I wouldn't recommend paying for it.
Well, I don't, because it's on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's part of the bundle that I paid £100 a month for.
Yeah, play on like a service.
£100 a month? No, that's not right. £100 a year.
Yeah, that's mental.
If I was paying £100 a month, that would be insanity.
But that is it for the podcast. Thank you for listening. If you did enjoy, leave a review, leave a like, and share with your friends.
If you have any, because we all know podcasting listeners don't have friends.
That's a bit harsh. I'm sure everyone has friends.
I'm a listener and I don't have friends.
That's right. No one likes you.
No. One day I'll have friends.
One day. I mean, I'm just here from a contract point of view.
Yeah, I pay you, right?
Yeah, you pay me.
You're not. You're not
for last year.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You paid your percentage.
You paid for year 1. I paid for year 2.
Yeah, and I'll pay for year 3. But we'll split it half and half.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Think of it this way. I paid more money to this podcast than you have because I paid for a more expensive microphone.
Yes, I don't know why you did. Did you? It's not that much, I think. How much was it again?
It was like 200, I think, total.
No, but is that including everything, right?
I think so.
Yeah, mine's about the same. Actually, no, was it? Yeah, I'm sure mine was about the same, yeah.
I could look it up, but I don't actually want to look at it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't want to look at how much money I spent on this podcast.
We've spent way too much for us to make absolutely nothing.
One day we'll open our OnlyFans and people will look at our microphone pics.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go head off and actually watch Rick and Morty
the rest
and
of the
play
Queen.
Guardians. No, that's finished.
like she is. Goodbye, everybody.